15 young scholars have emerged from a pool of over 1,700 applicants that were subjected to a rigorous selection process in the NLNG Postgraduate Scholarship Scheme. Now, according to NLNG's General Manager, External Relations, the reason for the scheme, which started 3 years ago, is to grow a pool of dedicated professionals to bridge the specialist skills gap in the country. Our correspondent Emmanuel Ire reports.
Smooth musical rendition sets the tone of the event at the Nigeria LNG Postgraduate Scholarship Award ceremony in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The management and staff of Nigeria LNG Limited, representatives of the British Council, family and friends are here to celebrate the 15 recipients of the Scholarship Award to study in the UK. The General Manager, External Relations of the company, then makes the presentation.
So it is fundamental to nation building, education that is. So that's why we place so much premium on education at Nigeria LNG. We are not an institution established to promote education, but we are involved in serious corporate social responsibility.
The Director of Programs, British Council, says the scheme is designed to produce world-class professionals.
This is a fantastic program. It's developing young people for Nigeria's future. We've selected students of the most highest caliber from a range of universities in Nigeria, and they're going to the UK to study very important disciplines in health, in law, in engineering, and they're going to come back and they're going to contribute to Nigeria's development.
For some of the awardees, it's a dream come true.
This is actually my greatest dream. I've always desired this master's degree abroad. I'll be studying mechanical engineering at the University of Nottingham. I'm actually interested in education, so upon my return, I intend to lecture with a difference.
I expect to be the best in my career. I intend to actually study masters in public health. I intend to be the best in my class and also to be able to impart back to our immediate society upon my arrival in Nigeria.
For these awardees, it's a big thank you to the Nigeria LNG and the British Council for the opportunity to develop their capacity to achieve more in life through good education. Emmanuel Ire, Channels Television News.
Now, Johnnie Walker, a leading premium Scotch whisky from the stables of Diageo Brands, has unveiled its largest ever global marketing campaign tagged "Joy Will Take You Further." Speaking at the event, the Corporate Affairs Director, Diageo Nigeria, Mr. Sheson Shobowale, says the Joy Will Take You Further campaign takes the famous Keep Walking campaign further. Our correspondent, Olu Phillips, reports.
A beautifully clad ambience in preparation of an evening to celebrate a brand that shares a philosophy that joy is the fuel for success. On this occasion, Johnnie Walker, the premium Scotch whisky brand, has brought together high-net-worth individuals from various walks of life to commemorate the unveiling of the campaign, Joy Will Take You Further.
As we embark on this journey, that our progress will be fueled not by the hard grind that certainly lies ahead, but by love for that journey, by joy, and by positivity. So it's time, Johnnie Walker advises, that we put aside all our differences and we focus on this journey to building a great nation.
Is the payoff line "Joy Will Take You Further" by any means a replacement to the age-long Keep Walking philosophy?
Joy is at the heart of their story. So we've got a whole lot of stories, from whether it be the blenders, whether it be the founders of the brand. I work on the brand and even the consumers who use the brand as well, who enjoy Johnnie Walker in whatever variant it is that they enjoy. You know, joy is, you can't separate joy from that. And yes, personal progress is at the heart of what we do, But joy has been central to the brand for many years and continues to be.
As part of unveiling the tweak, Joy will take you further. Music producer and CEO Marvin Records, Don Jazzy, is the brand ambassador for Johnnie Walker brands.
Even if I ever had any little doubt of the work that I'm doing, I'm thinking at any point where I should give up or whatever. With this at the back of my mind, I can never stop. There's definitely no stopping me now. Because I have to be like a model to other people out there for this campaign. So it actually means a lot to me.
This is the campaign for Nigeria. So for us, it's a big win here. And we know people will take the message and understand it. So Nigerians are happy people. They are progressive people. And that is why we said, look, this is why we are here. This is the messaging we have for you. Keep being happy, keep being joyful, and keep walking. Walk with joy, and you will walk further.
Thank you. As you keep walking, Johnnie Walker wants you to celebrate every step with joy. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Vincent Enyama, Mikel Obi and Victor Moses return to the Super Eagles after coach Sunday Olise calls up 24 players for next month's friendly games. And that will be on sports. Just stay with us. Welcome back. Now let's take a look at some business news. Here's Emana Amawe.
You first. First Bank.
Hello, let's talk business. The Aba Imo Command of the Nigerian Customs Service has impounded contraband goods worth 219 million naira. The goods include a truck carrying 714 cartons of fake drugs, over 4,000 cartons of soap, used tires and mosquito coils. 6 new Hilux vehicles were also seized. During the inspection of the seized goods, the area controller of the Federal Operations Unit Zone C, Mr. Victor Dimka, said it would no longer be business as usual for smugglers in the zone. He added that the Nigerian Customs Service is better equipped and determined to combat the menace of smuggling that has remained one of the major banes of economic growth. And for the 4th consecutive day, trading was halted at Nigeria's interbank money market owing to cash drainage from the banking system. Nigeria sold 45 billion naira of bonds maturing in 2020 and 2034 at an auction on Wednesday, and commercial lenders had to make provision for payment due to take effect today. Liquidity in the interbank money market has shrunk this week since the government directed commercial lenders to transfer government revenue to a single account with the central bank as part of a drive to fight corruption and aid transparency. Equities reversed gains at the Nigerian Stock Exchange to close the week in red territory. Here's Temple Ashaju with the day's trading figures.
Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Report. The final trading day of the week ended in the negative territory as the all-share index slipped by 0.26% to close at 30,332.68. On the gainers table, petroleum markets and stocks recorded the highest price change. Seplat gained 7 naira, while Forte Oil and Nigeria Brewers added 2 naira 30 kobo and 1 naira 48 kobo to the share prices. On the laggards list, Dangote Cement shared 2 naira 99 kobo. It came ahead of UACN with 1 naira 18 kobo and PZ with 65 kobo in that order. On the volume chart, insurance stocks made headlines in an unusual trade. They carted away the highest units of shares. Lasaco garnered 63.1 million shares, while Sovereign Trust Insurance recorded 40 million units of shares. When the closing bell rang, a total of 333.4 million shares were traded at the value of 3.5 billion naira and exchanged by investors in 3,292 deals. And that's it on the Stock Market Report. I am Bolaji
Of course, that was in Temple Ashaju. Very many thanks, Bolaji. Well, a slowdown of the world's second largest economy, China, has been a major concern for many countries around the world, and Africa is no exception. An analyst report released today by Lagos-based FBN Capital states that pressure will be brought to bear on Africa's exports to China. The report states that Angola, Gabon and Zambia national infrastructure spendings are likely to be negatively impacted by China's sluggish economy. And for Nigeria, its share of exports to China, mainly crude oil, is about 1.6% of the continent's total. Nigeria's total credit from China is estimated at $1.39 billion. That's about 13% of the country's total external debt stock, as at the end of June 2015. China has been investing and lending aggressively to many African countries in recent years, from massive railroad and other infrastructure in Ethiopia to reconstruction of infrastructure in war-torn Sierra Leone. And oil prices opened weak today as fresh signs that OPEC will continue to value market shares emerged. This outweighed an expected lift in the interest rate of the United States, which was kept at historic lows. U.S. West Texas Intermediate trades at $46.72 per barrel. It's down 18 cents from the last settlement. Internationally traded Brent prices were at $49.12 per barrel. The Brent is up 4 cents. Well, stay tuned as we take a look at the global equities figures. And that's our package on business news tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm Emana Amawe. Ijoma will be back with the rest of the news at 10.
You first. First Bank.
Now, the Ikorodu General Hospital now has 2 new buildings, courtesy of the Heineken Africa Foundation in collaboration with Nigeria Breweries PLC. The facilities, a pediatric ward, an accident and emergency center, were commissioned today by the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Mrs. Oluranti Adegbule. Our correspondent Mary Alele Yusuf reports.
The Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Mrs. Oluranti Adegbule, steps forward to unveil the plaque and cut the tape, signifying the official commissioning of the pediatric ward donated by Heineken Africa Foundation in collaboration with Nigerian Breweries PLC here in Ikorodu. Then there's a brief tour of the facility.
This is our waiting area.
Back at the main site of the General Hospital, the recipient and donor highlight the benefits of public-private partnership.
We continue to seek for investors who will utilize our challenges as opportunities for mutually rewarding business, as governments alone cannot muster sufficient resources to meet all needs.
Lagos occupies a pride of place in our company's history, being host to our pioneer brewery and, in fact, our head office.
The Deputy Governor, standing in for the Governor, is delighted about additions of infrastructure to better the lives of citizens of Lagos.
I urge the team of health professionals, community leaders, families and stakeholders in the community to take ownership of these facilities until utilize the services available in these facilities and preserve them because they belong to you.
Another plaque unveiled, another tape cut, making official the commissioning of the second facility, the Accident and Emergency Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you've just witnessed was the unveiling and tape cutting.
The Human Resource Director, Nigerian Breweries PLC, believes this is just the beginning of a profitable journey between the company he represents and the new administration in Lagos.
Given the early days of the administration, this is the first commissioning that we're doing, but many more to come.
The Nigerian Breweries has contributed in the past to several other projects, and now the company is following it up with a donation of 35 million naira part funding for the construction of a proposed accident and emergency center along the Badagry Expressway. Mary Alale Yusuf, Channels Television News.